Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Makeup Monday. If you guys are new, if you guys are just passing by, hi, my name is Karina, also known as Ohmglashes here on YouTube. I hope you guys subscribe and join my ever-growing little lash team, my little lash babies, which are every single one of you. You guys, I am feeling so much better. If you guys watched my last video, I did briefly spoke about me just feeling a little bit down, uninspired, I just really wasn't feeling the love that I usually feel when I film, and I took some days off. I just reflected, I started brainstorming and jotting down some ideas and cleaned up my makeup space. I just did a lot of things to help me bring me back down to earth and just revive the makeup artist in me. I guess that's what I'm looking for. So today I decided to sit down and show you guys how to really prep your skin, the steps that I like to take to ensure that my makeup is bulletproof, budge proof, sweat proof, crying proof, heat proof, summer proof, everything proof. I'm going to show you guys the steps again that I like to take, what I like to do, what I don't like to do, what I recommend, etc., etc. So if you guys are interested in learning all the good stuff, go ahead and grab a pen, grab a paper, take some notes, and let's get started. I went ahead and color corrected my under eyes because you guys know they look a little crazy. So first things first, we want to make sure that we really prep this skin. I've already used my toner, my moisturizer, like my normal skincare routine, which at PS, I will have my nighttime skincare routine coming up very soon this week. Make sure you're subscribed and you stay tuned for that. So we're going to take the Kokie Cosmetics Get Ready, Set, and Forget Makeup Priming Spray. I like to go in with a priming spray that is going to prep my skin before I do anything else. If I really want this to be like bulletproof, sweat proof, crying proof, heat proof, everything proof makeup. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this and I'm going to just spray it all over the skin. Once that is there, it's almost getting ready to set into the skin. Before it sets too much though, I like to go in with the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer, which is this one right here. If you guys have heard anything about this, I'm sure you guys have, because this has literally been making waves in the YouTube industry for a reason. It's called a gripping primer for a reason. This will literally grip on to your makeup, your foundation, your powder, whatever it is, and it will not let go. So what I like to do is I like to take a little pump on the back of my hand. If you guys haven't tried this and you try it out for the first time, do not freak out if it feels a little bit tacky, like sticky. That is the point of a gripping primer, to grip your foundation and not let it go. Now that that is set, you want to wait for this to get a little bit like dried down, a little bit less tacky. So I let this sit for maybe a good minute or so, and once that is done, we're going to go in with our foundation. For my foundation, I am going to be taking the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop Full Coverage Foundation. Now, I've had some issues with this foundation in the past, and not so much as far as like the wear test, but just the shade range. As far as like the undertones, they seem to be a little bit off for me. They do have 45 shades, which is a lot, and this foundation has some really bold claims. It claims to be a 24-hour wearing foundation, bulletproof. It's supposed to be transfer proof, which is amazing for a look like this, especially with, the summer heat and all that stuff. We want to make sure that our skin looks bomb. With that said, I'm going to take the shade Beige, which is really not really my shade, but we're going to work with it. What I'm going to do is, I like to have everything in the back of my hand. I don't know why. Make sure you wash your hands though, but we're just going to apply a thin layer. You really don't need a lot of foundation, And this is especially for people that have like good skin. I feel like I have pretty decent skin, you know. I don't have a lot of like acne marks or redness or darkness, like any dark spots, anything like that. So I am slowly learning that I don't need as much foundation, and honestly, like your skin will just look a lot better. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little buffing brush. This is the Japanese brush. I don't know what it's called. It's just the 718. I bought this at my local TJ Maxx, and seriously, you guys, this is like a life-changing brush. I really like to apply it with this because I feel like it just makes my foundation stay a little bit longer, because instead of pushing it with a little beauty blender, I feel like this actually like goes into your skin and it just creates a very nice veil overall. So, and again, you definitely don't want to be heavy-handed with foundation when it comes to, you know, wearing it out in the sun. Even if you wear the most long wearing products, if you are wearing too much foundation on your skin, it's bound to like melt off your skin, seriously, because you know, it's just a layer after layer after layer of foundation, and it's going to melt. So again, a little goes a long way. As you can see, like I have a pretty full coverage look on this side without being too heavy-handed. Notice how I'm not buffing the foundation with the brush. I am pushing it onto the skin. Just like that. Now I am going to go over everything with my beauty blender. I'm just quickly going to make sure that I don't have too much makeup on my skin. Again, you don't want to cake it on. You want to apply a thin layer because this is just going to help your skin look better like up close, and it's going to be not as thick on the skin. Okay, so there we go. As you can see, the skin is looking nice. It's looking a little bit matte, but not like flat. So next up, we are going to conceal. Now, hear me out. I know that I've spoken about this concealer before. I even mentioned it in products that I regret buying, and I still don't love this concealer, but it is a waterproof concealer. So we want to make sure that we use something that is going to be water resistant or heat proof or just a long wearing concealer. The only reason why I'm not a fan of this is because it is pretty thick, and I don't know, my under eyes just don't seem to agree with this concealer. So I am only applying a little bit, even though that seems like a lot. I'm going to try and drag that out into the center of the forehead, down the bridge of the nose to the center of the chin. And there it is. We're looking good. We're looking good. Now for powder, this was the one that I found that had a long wear to it. It also minimizes the transferring from foundation to whatever product or object or whatever it is. This is the Cover FX translucent powder. This was one of my favorites when I first bought it, and I just have so many powders that I honestly haven't used this in a while. But again, this is going to be a long wearing powder, so it's also going to smooth out the skin. It's going to minimize the chances of your makeup being transferred to anything else. So we're just going to bake. You can also set the skin with this powder, but I actually have another product that I wanted to add to this routine because again, we want to make this as long wearing as possible. I also like that this powder doesn't add any color to the skin. It doesn't give you like a weird cast. It literally just sets your makeup in place without drying your skin. Now, one of my favorite powders that I use to bake is the Banana Shade by Fenty Beauty. I love that powder, but I've noticed that it definitely dries out my skin and I can't use it for baking anymore because it just, my under eyes look so dry and it sucks, but you know, that is the joys of like getting to play with so much makeup that you get to try the good, the bad, the not so good, etc. This powder has been such a game changer for me. If you guys, again, don't like wearing so much foundation, but you are okay with going in with a powder, I really recommend this one. This is the JCAD Aquasurance Compact Foundation Powder. My shade is Soft Tan. I love how finely milled this product is. It really will give you more coverage if you want it. But what I like about this is that it's such a long wearing foundation powder. I've used it so many times. I've used it alone. I've used it in combination. I just dropped my sponge. I've used it in combination with foundation, and this just makes my foundation go on like even longer. So again, you don't want to be heavy-handed with your makeup. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this. Literally, that's it. And I am just lightly pressing it all over the skin. Now, if you want to be more heavy-handed, obviously you just want to go in with a heavier hand and apply more to the skin. But again, this powder is so full coverage that if you probably have a foundation that you're like, okay, I love it, but it doesn't give me the coverage that it needs, pick this product up. You will not regret it. Now, at this point, the skin is looking all good. It's looking nice and matte. It's looking full coverage. What I like to do at this point is I like to take my sponge and then whatever setting spray you have. This one is a really good setting spray by Milani, the Make It Last 16-Hour Wear. As you can see, mine is like down. I love this. Not only does it smell good, but it really does prolong the wear of your foundation. If you guys are bougie or if you guys don't mind spending some extra coins, the Urban Decay All Nighter, that one is an amazing one. It's one of my favorite ones. I ran out of it and I haven't bought it again. But I'm just going to take my sponge and just go over my skin. Notice that I am leaving the powder around my nose, and that's because I am super oily and this area always gets oily for me like first. So I just like to leave the powder to absorb any excess oil. Now, as far as bronzers, unfortunately, I don't have a bronzer that claims to be like super long wearing. The one that I do have though that I love and that I feel lasts on my skin is the Pure Cosmetics Mineral Glow Illuminating Bronzer, which is this one right here. This is in the shade 8305. Do you see that? Like the skin automatically looks nice and tan and bronzy, which is obviously the look that I'm going for because hello, summer. So bronzer is looking good as well. Now for my blush, again, I'm going to take a long wearing blush. Now, I don't know that this is actually like waterproof or anything, but the Tarte blushes are known for being extremely long wearing, and I highly agree. I don't personally like to invest into blushes. Like, I feel like blush is blush and it is what it is. But when I bought these Tarte blushes years ago, like, I noticed a difference as far as how long wearing they are. So I'm just going to take this one. This one doesn't have a name. These are old. I've had these for years. So any Tarte blush that you have will honestly work just the same. And I'm just going to apply that to the apples of the cheeks. There we have it. And then one more time before I go in with anything, I am once again, oh, not that one. I'm going to take my Make It Last setting spray. And I'm just going to run that through the face. Now, once you have that in place, you want to pretty much move on to the rest of your makeup. In my personal opinion, I don't know of any like waterproof, sweat-proof eyeshadows. Like, I feel like that's one of the things that if you get into the water, more than likely it's going to come off. So with that said, I'm not going to be doing eyeshadow for this makeup look. I will be having some summer looks or summer tutorials coming up. I've been really into this peach highlighter by Give Me Glow Cosmetics. If you guys love peach colored anything like I do, this is going to be for you. Oh, I just love this. If I keep looking outside, I swear there's like a storm coming. We've been getting so much rain. I live in Utah. We've been getting so much rain, and I just looked at the like weather app. It says that we're supposed to be getting rain for the next 6 days. I'm like, 6 days? What am I going to do with my life? I cannot function when it's like raining too much. Anyway, so I'm just going to apply my mascara, and that will be all, you guys. For lipstick, if you want something that's going to be very long wearing, I highly recommend a very good liquid lipstick that is going to have a matte finish. Again, matte finish is just going to be a little more long wearing. On my lips, I applied the Anastasia liquid lip in Stripped, which is the one that I'm wearing. Really pretty, like pinky nude, and I did apply a lip liner, just more of a personal preference. I cannot go without applying lip liner. So with that said, we're going to seal the deal. One more time, we are going to take the Milani Make It Last. Ooh, a storm is coming. It looks so windy and so cloudy outside. Thank God it's Sunday. I have nothing to do on Sundays. So I'm going to stay home. I'm going to be my blanket, drinking some chocolate abuelita, enjoying Netflix. And here it is, you guys. This is my take on a everything proof, transfer proof, sweat proof, cry proof. If you're trying to get a little down and dirty with your man or with your girl, whatever it is, this is also going to be sweat proof, if you know what I mean. I am checking out for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned something new. If you guys want to see more videos like these where I go more into depth about how to like make your makeup last all day long, let me know in the comment section down below. I love you, chicas, so much. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye.